we kind of kept the name. And Digger also. We had a producer named Digger. We kind of kept the name Children of the Corn. So Digger was talked about in this story. Digger is my child friend, literally 6 years old. The real 6 years old. And he always did beats. He rapped too back in the day, but he always did beats. Six-figure Digger, always did beats. So he had little home studios and little gadgets back in the days that the average person would have. Nowadays, everybody can get whatever, but he would go get turntables and all this stuff that people wouldn't have. So we started doing mixtapes and, not mixtapes, we started doing songs in his crib in Esplanade Gardens. And we was like, word, he got the studio. So me, Mace, and Bloodshed used to be at Digger's house doing little, little raps. We didn't even take it seriously. It was like, come on, man. Like, we didn't, this Diplomat shit or record deal shit was far-fetched. It wasn't even some shit that we thought about. So, cool. We doing stuff. So now, time goes on. Mace, I went to college. Mace is a year older than me. Mace went away to college first. He went to college and he got kicked out and came back and met this dude named Kuda Love. Kuda Love taught Mace how to be pretty. He was Murder Mace, Tough Rhymes, all this other stuff. Kuda Love is the dude who taught Mace, like, nah, Playboy, you gotta rap for the girls. Yo, you the one who gotta do this for the females and all this other stuff. And Mace followed that. And he met Puff. And he ended up getting signed with Bad Boy. So it's like, oh shit, Big L was one thing, because not dissing Lord Finesse and DITC, them niggas was dope. The whole DITC was dope. But Puff had this flamboyant shit about him. So it was like, oh shit, this is next level shit getting signed with Bad Boy. Oh shit, the way Mace got the wave right now. You know what I'm saying? So Mace didn't have an album out yet. So he was running around, just with the deal. So pause that right there because I skipped over some part. So we doing mixtapes. Back to when I was saying we doing mixtapes. Me, Blood, and Mace. I would see Jim from time to time. My grandmother lives in 1199. His aunt lives in 1199. So, on the weekends you go see your grandmother, or twice a month you go see your grandmother, whatever. I would bump into him there and be like, okay, what's up? Just some what's up shit. Hey, what's up? What's good? He like, yo, Ken, what's up? I'm like, ain't nothing, man. He's like, yo, I heard y'all on the mixtape, on Ron G mixtapes, doo-wop mixtapes. He's like, yo, I heard y'all, I got the crib. My grandmother passed away. God bless the dead also. Come through, come hang out. So we like, all right, cool, whatever. But we wasn't really hanging out with Jim. And there's no shade. We wasn't really hanging out when we knew him. But we wasn't really hanging out with him like that. So we see him again. Yo, come through, man. I got the crib. Y'all can come hang out, whatever. So we like, yo, at this particular time, I had just got kicked out of college. Mace had the deal, but the money ain't sink in yet. He just got the deal, so he's still living in Harlem with Kuda Love. And we like, yo, fuck it, let's go see what's going on in Jomo house. His name was Jomo, and I'm not, this is no diss. His name was Jomo. So we like, yo, let's go to Jomo house, you know what I'm saying? So we go over there and hang out, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the crib, because this time, I'll stay with a bitch here, stay with a bitch there, stay at my grandmother's house, stay at her house. I never had nowhere to go. Always had somewhere to go. I could have went to my grandmother, her house, whoever. But we used to go over there and hang out so we could smoke weed, whatever, vibe. So we was hanging out over there for a while, a few months, and Mace was like, yo, Jomo, if we gonna be with you, learn how to rhyme. You should learn how to rhyme. And Jim was like, I'm not gonna call him Jomo because y'all be taking a shade, but he was like, I don't know how to rhyme, man. I don't really know how to rhyme. Mace was like, yo, it's easy. So Mace taught him the kind of format we was using to rhyme. And Mace was like, yo, do this and do it like that. Mace taught Jim how to rhyme. I'm not taking a little bit of credit for that. Not even a little bit. Mace sat down with him in the room, yo, do this and do that. And Jim started taking it more seriously, like, all right, maybe I can do it. Beginning, it was rough. Everybody in the beginning learning how to rap is rough. So Mace kept telling him, yo, do this and do that. Cool. So You know, Mace is in the street. Everybody knows Mace got the record deal. Everybody's on Mace, yo. He running into beefs in the street. I'm out there basically holding Mace down when he's in the street. He getting trapped in bitches' cribs on Kingsbridge Road. Stuck in a bitch crib. Her boyfriend downstairs. He can't get him out. I go get 20 niggas, go get Mace out the crib. All type of shit when he first got signed. This had nothing to do with Jim. This is just before Jim. Everything before Jim, I'm telling you. So, cool, he Mace running all type of beef because nobody signed with Bad Boy from my neighborhood, which was the most popular label. So what happened was, Jim must have heard some shit that niggas was talking shit about Mace. So he told Mace, and he was in front of his building, and he was like, yo, nah, niggas on so-and-so street said they gonna fuck you up, and they ain't got no problem, and they got a problem with you, and fuck you, yada, 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 yada. So Mace had the attitude like, what? So you stood around and niggas talking shit about me and sat there and listened to him and didn't say nothing and didn't do nothing? Yeah, all right. So basically, me and Mace talked later, maybe a day or two later. He's like, yo, I'm not fucking with Jomo because he around niggas who talking about me. And if you fuck with him, that's on you. But I'm not being around no niggas who talking about me and you gonna stand there and let them talk about me and not defend me and say nothing to me. Say nothing about it. So he basically was like, he ain't fucking with Jim. So I was like, damn. Now at this time, Mace started moving a little funny. So I'm like, damn, you know, we've been at Jim houses going on maybe like 10 months, going there, hanging out over there, Bloodshed, me, or whatever. Not living there, hanging out there. So basically, Mace heard Jim, but Mace was doing funny shit. Mace started now the album come out next year. So Mace getting millions, and now that I'm older, I kind of see the position Mace was in. At this time, Mace was older than me, and I was young. I couldn't understand how he was moving, and I didn't respect it. I didn't really respect the shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga here, we flying to Seattle doing the show. He land, he put us on commercial. He take private by himself. It's 9 seats on private. This nigga fly private, though. He could be alone on the plane plus commercial. He's doing all type of crazy, weird shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, man, you know what? I ain't fucking with Mace no more neither. You know what I mean? Because this dude is moving funny, and I know him. This nigga, like I said, we grew up together. I knew Mace literally since I was 10 from playing. Started moving funny. I'm like, yo, I ain't fucking with this nigga. But you gotta realize Mace was 22, 23 years old with about 7, 8 million. I know some niggas 30, 35 years old that wouldn't know how to act with 8, 9, 10 million dollars. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand it back then because I was just in the mix with him. But yo, you gonna lose your mind. You 22 years old with $10 million. It's cool. You gonna lose your mind. You definitely gonna lose your mind. So I was like, yo, man, fuck Mace, man. I'm a fuck with Jim. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily fuck with Jim, saying, this my nigga, I fuck with me, I ain't